Hi, my name is Crystal, and I'm so glad you clicked on this video because obviously if you did, it's because you're interested in the topic. Today's topic is need to know everything you need to know about simulated pregnancy. So let's just dive right in. What is simulated pregnancy? Simulated pregnancy is a deliberate attempt to create the impression of pregnancy. Unlike false or phantom pregnancy, where a person mistakenly believes they are actually in fact pregnant, a simulated pregnancy is a person who knows they cannot be pregnant or carry a child, and they decide that they want to deliberately attempt to create the impression of a pregnancy. And men and women can both partake in a simulated pregnancy. So first, you have to decide how far you want to go into the simulated pregnancy experience. You have to decide if you want to simulate menstruation, simulate ovulation as well as conception. You have to decide if you want to simulate a positive pregnancy test. You can also, if you are comfortable enough in your simulation experience, you can also have a pregnancy announcement. Obviously, this will be something that will announce your pregnancy, but everybody you announce it to will be aware that there is not an actual physical baby that you are going to deliver. They'll be aware that this is a simulated pregnancy experience. Then you have to decide, obviously, if you want to simulate pregnancy. A lot of women will just simulate a pregnancy and then they'll just stop there. One day they'll just won't be pregnant anymore. Other women will simulate a pregnancy and then decide to simulate labor as well as simulate delivery. And there are several different techniques used to simulate your water breaking, bloody show, losing the mucus plug, and delivering the afterbirth after the baby has been delivered, which would be you can decide if you want to simulate the 4th trimester of pregnancy, which would be the delivery of the placenta. And that's up to the individual person if they want to take all of those steps. If you decide that you only want to simulate pregnancy, or that you do want to do all those other steps, there are 2 ways to simulate a pregnancy. You can wear a fake silicone belly, or you can use hormones in order to kind of trick your body into thinking that it is pregnant, and it will give you pregnancy symptoms, including your belly growing and rounding and getting firm. Then after the individual decides what steps they want to do in the simulation, they have to decide whether or not and how far they want to take it and get involved in it if they want to simulate motherhood. So you can simulate breastfeeding as well as prepare to care for a reborn doll after the simulated pregnancy and delivery. So if you do decide you want to simulate motherhood after your simulated pregnancy, then you can go ahead and either be gifted a reborn doll or purchase a reborn doll yourself, and then you can simulate breastfeeding. You can simulate changing the baby's diaper, taking care of the reborn doll infant. The desire to simulate a pregnancy varies greatly from one individual to another. It could be an intellectual curiosity, cosmetic effect, social experiment, an erotic or sexual experiment, desire to be a mother, desire to be pregnant, or desire to give birth. There's also different machines out there that are used to simulate cramps. If you did want to simulate menstruation before you simulated pregnancy, there's machines out there that will simulate cramps for you to kind of mimic having a period. And this same machine can also cause what would feel like contractions during the labor and delivery of the simulation, during the simulation experience. And you can use these contractions. Afterwards, you can have a birthing ceremony. You can decide to do that instead of having an actual simulated labor and simulated delivery. You can just do a birthing ceremony for the spirit or energy or any, whatever you want to personally call what you've been carrying in your womb for 9 months, 9 to 10 months. 1 second. And then it's also up to the individual person if they want to simulate the postpartum period. So from the time that the woman or the individual person delivers to the time that they can go back to work. So the individual can decide to simulate the postpartum time afterwards, so they can be out of work for 6 weeks and stay home with the baby. They can, bleed for that 6 weeks or simulate menstruation during that time. And they can also use the machine that I was talking about previously to simulate cramps during that time, because when the uterus is shrinking down after pregnancy, it is very crampy and painful. So if the individual person does want to simulate the postpartum time, they can use that machine in order to simulate menstruation and bleeding after delivery. Also, they can simulate breastfeeding. They can, there's the time after the baby's born is basically a bunch of checkups. The baby goes in for checkups, you go in for checkups. You can simulate all of this with your doctor. It is, if you are comfortable sharing this with your doctor, there are a lot of doctors out there who will be more than happy to help you with your simulation experience. You can also simulate sleep deprivation, because after the birth of a baby, you are so sleep deprived, you don't even know who you are or what you are or where you are. I just remember being so tired all the time, so worried and so tired all the time. So it's up to the individual person if they want to simulate every single step of pregnancy, because there's so much more to pregnancy than just actually carrying a baby, like I said. And then if they want to they can, it's up to the individual person to decide if they want to simulate motherhood once they are done with the simulation pregnancy experience. Now, there's some women out there who will simulate a pregnancy and then stop. A few months later, simulate another pregnancy and then stop. It's up to the individual person how long of a period of time they want to simulate this pregnancy, how long they want to go and do it, if they want to do it just at home or if they want to do it all of the time, like 24/7, like go to the grocery store with their fake belly, go to the, everywhere with their fake belly, or if they just want to do it at home, in the privacy of their own surroundings. So it's really every single person's simulated pregnancy experience or simulated experience is going to be completely different. It's all up to the individual person and what their comfort level is. And I tried to cover as much as I possibly could in this. If you have any individual questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you have anything to add to this video, please, please, please leave them in the comments below. If you yourself have had a simulated experience or a simulated pregnancy experience, I would love for you to share your story in the comments below, or private message me on Facebook or Instagram, or email me. My email address is in the description box of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it, learned something new. I hope you're well. I hope you're healthy. Stay blessed, friends. Bye.